CatSynth TV.
Hey everybody, CatSynth TV here, and we are at the Community Music Center in San Francisco for Outsound Touch the Gear.
This is Touch the Gear at the 17th Annual Outsound New Music Summit. Here at Touch the Gear, it allows you to bring your friends and your family and people of all ages to go and explore all the musical devices that people invent and create and manipulate and use, electronics and computers and inventions and everything else in between. It's a lot of fun for everybody, and that's why we do it every year.
I'm Bart Hopkin, and the name of this instrument, I'm going to have to think a minute because I always forget the names I give them. This is a manual stomp because it was based on an idea that somebody else had. Peter had this other idea for a flute played by the bellows, but it was played by stomping. This one is manual stomping, so it's called manual stomp flute.
For kind of new music, tabletop kind of purposes, building a banjo into a tabletop would be an interesting thing, right? So this is a butcher block from Home Depot. There's a whole lot of banjo strings. This is just a drum. There's two contact mics, sound, just amplifying what's in here. Although you can play it acoustically in a quieter room.
All right, my name is Andy Puls. This is the Melody Oracle, and it's a synthesizer and light system that pulls melodies and harmonies basically out of mathematics or the basic fundamentals of the universe, either.
Hi, I'm Gabby Wen. I'm an electronic musician. And I mainly use modular synthesizers. I have an output from the Zero Coast.
Yeah, you got the Zero Coast there.
Yes. So I patched that into a Sputnik VCF and VCA, and there's a combination of those.
Sputniks are beautiful.
And the control voltage is from this CatSynth envelope, and the gates input this is exciting. It's from this little module.
Okay, I'm Peter Whitehead. This is basically a situation. It's it's a box, and the idea of it was that it wouldn't be tuned and the bridges wouldn't be in a set place, so it was open for you to do whatever you wanted with it. So I just stretched some strings from one end to the other. I changed the bridges all the time, and it's basically like a prepared zither, like a prepared piano. So, whatever you do can affect the texture. You can play the strings.
My name's Jeff. I go as Altvater when I do solo projects. I have a semi-modular synth, another 32. So that's what you're hearing, the oscillation that you're hearing here, which is actually going through this Moger Foger. So there's a little bit of effect on it. The sequencer, the SQ1, is basically sequencing everything. So it's running the Mother 32, which is that. It's also by MIDI clocking the Volca synth, or the Volca sample. So there's a beat that's inside the Volca sample. Some friends of mine made this back in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's basically it's a single oscillator housed in a box with a telegraph key.
This is David Leikam, and I play the modular analog synthesizer. I've been playing it since the late 1980s.
So I'm Hugh Behm-Steinberg, and this is my rig. Everything is vocal samples. I have about 287 vocal samples on that USB drive, and it outputs through the CD player. I also have a microphone that is hooked up to a harmonizer and a looping pedal, and so I can affect the pitch. I can make all kinds of little loops on the Numark, and then it goes through an auto-tune pedal. And that makes everything nice and creamy and smooth, and I can like bend the pitch without like changing the speed of it. And then that goes through the Chaos Pad, which has like about 100 different types of filters and effects. And then in turn goes through the Memory Man, and the Memory Man creates repeats and delays. And I can also make loops upon that as well. And then that in turn goes through the Super Ego, and the Super Ego will grab notes. Oh, I like that buzzing sound.
I'm the host of the R-Duck Show. I'm here representing a pirate radio station. I do electronic, ambient, live, sonic music sculpting every Friday night at 8:30 p.m. So what we got going on here is we see some gear that I often bring that is used particularly for mobile. We can do shows anywhere. So this is all the broadcast stuff. I use this little thing so I can interface with guests that come into the program. And anyone that wants to be on that show can try to contact me if you feel so adventurous at rduckshow@gmail.com.
And I'm here as Al's guest with the R-Duck Show. And my thing is doing custom software for creating augmented synth patches. So in other words, patches that you put some creativity into, and then they also just sort of create themselves by breeding. What you see here is you have Trilobite attempting to create offspring from these two honestly sterile parents, but you can see it's trying all sorts of permutations of patch in order to find offspring. And so it's running through thousands of possible options by trying to create offspring from these. And then you have its smaller sibling here, Mendeltone, which is a new mobile version of genetic algorithm synthesis, which allows you to select a couple of patches that you like. And when you find some that are good, you just go ahead and let them fornicate by pushing the fornicate button. And it creates a whole new set of patches that way. And so this whole idea is that you can go a long ways towards creating your patches and then let them take it from there by getting it on.
For more information about Touch the Gear, including a list of participants, please check out the description area below this video. Thanks for watching. Check out more at www.catsynth.com, and please subscribe to CatSynth TV.
You're watching CatSynth TV.